What an intro. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We are in Ark Ascended. That's right. It's out now. It's live. We're going to show you some gameplay, some updates, some news here, some differences between this and Ark Survival Evolved, and requirements to play the game. Let's get it. So apologies. I am extremely tired. I stayed up all night to make sure that this was going to be coming out, and lo and behold, boom, it's out. So first things first, as we roll in here, I have to turn on my VSync enabled. I did not see any option for it in the menu. See how we have tearing? I could be because I'm capturing. Anyways, I'm just going to go through this real quick if I can remember the console command. VSync space 1 Boolean variable. Okay, no tearing. Good. If you need to do that, that's what the console command is. So there you go. Okay, so this is out right now. I know, crazy for the PC. But if you're on console, don't worry, because this is supposed to be hitting us in November. Is it still going to be an early access title? I'm not sure. But it is interesting because Sony, if they do have an early access title, that'll be the first time they have an early access program. So I'm very excited to see that, and hopefully the PlayStation community does get that. Can we put fuel in here, I guess? Sure. Okay, so November is going to be the thing for console. They did submit it for certification both for Sony and Microsoft, so that's very exciting as well. So we're waiting like, what, maybe 2 weeks? So, you know, don't sweat it. And it does look like it's going to be a next-gen title only, as far as I can tell. So PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. So keep all of that in mind. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? I mean, it's not like it was an ugly game before, but like, my goodness. Okay, so here's what we have. If you are watching this today, there has already been an update, depending on when you do watch this. Man, like, what's flying around me? Oh, it's this guy. Here's the deal. The official servers will probably be kind of off and on today. And even if they are on, they're going to be absolutely swarmed with dudes. And there was an update where the admin access was given to everybody on official, so they had to shutter it. Not shutter it, but bring it down and make a patch and bring it back up. So just expect these patches and fixes throughout the day. And I'd say through the weekend, too. This is pretty much par for the course for a wildcard release. We were out here for Survival Evolved when it dropped on PC, and then when it dropped on the console side as well. So, yeah, this is very, very typical. Okay, so what do we have here? So if you are seeing this, just expect delays. And honestly, what I did is I just started a solo game and just jumped right in. Because, you know, it's just kind of nice to check all the different stuff out. Is he coming after me? Go away. Okay. So yeah, like I said, just load up solo. So let's go ahead and hit some of the requirements to play this real fast. And then we're going to go through some differences that we have noticed up to this point, which I think are good. I know, I can't believe this is out right now, right? Okay, so requirements. I do have a piece for this. So on the PC side, it's a bit on the beefy, but that's okay. We have a range between like an i5 and i7 from 16 to 32 gigs of RAM from an NVIDIA 1080, which is on the low side, and up to NVIDIA 3080. And definitely about 80 gigs or so, and definitely an SSD. I mean, I think they have it as a requirement. They do. Okay, great. So yeah, that's what it is for the PC side. I can show you my settings for this currently. I don't know how good or bad that'll be. I mean, we are in early access, so I don't know how viable this will be after like 2 weeks, but this is what we have. I got some medium. I just kind of let it custom do everything here. But I got to tell you, it looks very similar to the video. And I'm sure I can mess with these settings even further, but not too bad. I do like it quite a bit. All right, so over on the console side, those are the requirements. We already said that those are going to be next gen, so we do know that. So yeah, there's going to be some big differences here, and honestly, I think it's going to be a good thing for us because here's the thing. So right away, if you check your inventory, you notice we're missing some stats here. We're missing the speed. Now, I don't think they're going to be adding this in later. I think this was like a balance pass across the board. And I think that's kind of great because everybody would jack speed and have these like crazy PvP builds, and it was cool at first, but it seemed to get a little, I don't know, cartoony. So I think they've removed it completely. So I think that's fantastic. Also, there is no server transfers as of right now. Now, they did say that there will be server transfers at some point, but honestly, the golden years for Ark were definitely when there were no server transfers. Mega Tribes, bye-bye. right? No more of that. Just alpha tribes. That's it. Just on the server. Who cares, right? Because you got to sit there and play it for the rest. Like, you can't just be transferring loot in. So I think that's actually really good. Okay. And again, everything looks so new, but like familiar at the same. I leveled, and familiar at the same time. I'm having like flashbacks to server 49 here. Like, some of the major battles happened up and down this beach. As a matter of fact, we'll link one of the Saga of Server 49 videos now in the upper right hand corner if you want to go check that out. I'll also throw it up on the end screen as well. But you know, also with that updates, the UI. Jeez, I told you I was tired. Woo! With the updates and stuff. I'm sorry, the UI updates. What's really cool is that we'll have the ability to mod things over on the console side as well. Very, very exciting. They had like a quick blurb on that on the Xbox preview, which means Xbox Early Access. So it'd be very interesting to see how all of this integrates with us here on the console side, or even on the PC. So when the community really gets engaged with this, I think we can do some fantastic stuff. And anything that I think we're lacking, I think we can maybe fill the gap. I mean, this game's wildly popular still, almost a decade later, so all these things are just really good support for us. And as far as I can tell, I think they've stopped Ark Survival Evolved official server support. They do still support it on the community server side. So if you still are playing on Ark Survival Evolved, that's quite alright. There are plenty of community servers that are still kicking. I'm sure you already know if you've been playing in there. But honestly, I haven't been playing this for like years. And dude, it's like super nostalgic to be walking up and down this beach seeing it like this. You're like, whoa, dude. That's wild. I mean, just look at this water, dude. It's insane. Right? Anyways, with these new changes, I think it's going to add some more, what would it be, balanced gameplay? I remember playing this when people didn't have speed jacked and you couldn't transfer, and we actually had a blast. So I welcome it with open arms. Some might even say with arms wide open. Okay, so what do we have here? So other than the UI, check this out. If you notice, the thatch foundations have changed. The wood foundations have changed. And the overall building blocks themselves have changed. I think they've added, instead of being a bit more stout, we have a lot more headroom. Let me roll back here. Can you see that? I like it. So, you know when we do like super stacks or like builds where we'd have different things and we have like a shelf that would come in and then you place like a fabricator or something and it would clip through the floor? I think things are more measured out now, and I don't think we'll see as much of that. So I'm very excited to see how all of the build meta falls into place. Also, speaking of which, let me bring up the engrams. They did merge some of these together, as far as I can tell, like the doorways and stuff. So when you place them down, let me see if I can do this here. Oops, that's the engrams, not the crafting, is it? Do I have enough to do it? Oh, I don't. Let me see if I can grab it here. I don't think we had this before. I don't know. We've been playing a lot of Rust, so maybe my brain is scrambled. But I don't think we had this before, did we? Where you can actually place this and then cycle through the different items? I like it. Anyways, I'm very excited to see this on the next-gen consoles. I know they can handle this for sure. If you guys have seen any of the tech demos for the Unreal Engine, they are spectacular on the next-gen consoles. The best one I can probably give an example of is the Matrix tech demo they had last year around this time. Oh, did I mess that up? I sure did. See, I'm so not used to it. They did say that we can actually modify the interface, so I'm excited to see what the community comes up with. Okay, here we go. Duh. Now I can do this. Because remember we had these as individual pieces? Now you can make a selection for like the whole piece. Kind of nice. A little Rust-esque, but you can also see that foundation has changed. I like it. Overall, it feels more complete, more balanced. I'm trying to think of some of the other major things, but I think that covers most of it. They did say that the DLCs will be coming in over time. I don't think we have to pay for those. This specifically on PC early access was $40 USD. Not sure what it's going to be on the console side. Maybe it's 50, maybe it's 60. I don't know. But it is nice to know that we get all of the DLC, as we should. This is a remaster, as it were. I mean, more or less. I don't know what they're calling it, but that's essentially what it is. And so let's see. I think, yeah, the DLC and then transfers will be a bit later. So honestly, this will be like the golden hour for us to be playing this game again. So if you played this in the past, you know, now's the time to maybe jump in and give it a little shot. we'll be up there doing some sporadic streams on this for sure, so be sure to check us out. We'll be out there dipping our toes in, as it were. So again, if you want to check out some of that saga of Server 49, it should already be up on the end screen. And hopefully, if you guys have any questions, comments about this, be sure to drop by during the live stream and give us a holler and be like, hey, what's up with this? All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.